I find out about Psychedelics Club? It was kind of completely by chance. So I went to a like the school kind of event of like clubs and organizations that you could join, and I had seen somewhere that there was a Psychedelics Club on like a paper somewhere. I joined in the group me, and then I went to my first meeting, and I was like, this is amazing. How is the First of all, I think that's everyone's question, is how is this a school sanctioned thing? Because, you know, everyone's like, oh, they just do drugs together. Why is that a school thing? But it's totally not that at all. As far as my position in it now, I've been with Psychedelics Club for kind of 2 years. I guess, 2 years. Even though I wasn't at school last year, I'm kind of moving into a leadership position now as we speak, which is exciting. If we didn't have a stigma around psychedelics, and if we had continued to build on the knowledge that we had gained from those thousands of years of experience, we would be so far ahead. But because we needed to put down minority groups, and the war on drugs happened, and it was, we've totally made it seem like this devilish thing that will destroy your mind and, remove you from society, and people hear the word recreational use of psychedelics and they think, people cracked out on the side of the street, or somebody that's like completely delusional, or somebody that's just like tripping sack at a concert that's like chewing on their bracelets and like, their eyes are this big, Psychedelics are not a horrible, it's not the devil taking you away, and you're literally opening up your mind, creating new neural pathways to understand things you can't understand. We're finally legalizing medical uses of psychedelics like MDMA and psilocybin and ketamine for, treatment of depression and PTSD and trauma, and that is like incredible. The evidence we have to show that psychedelics can turn your whole life around, like years of positive psychotherapy within one trip, that is profound, and people can entirely change their lives with, this medicine. It is medicine if you can use it correctly, and that's part of what what Psychedelics Club is, advocating for, is the fact that we want other people to know that psychedelics can have this powerful, they have this powerful way of changing your life in a positive way. But if you don't go into a psychedelic experience with a purpose, it will give you a purpose. And if you go in to just fuck with the drugs, it'll fuck with you. And that's kind of what people see. But it totally doesn't have to be that way. The profound experience that psychedelics has given me is not from one trip, I think. My first trip, I learned to step closer, look at the smaller things, think about people from my past, what they're doing now, go in detail, think about my thoughts in detail. My next big trip taught me to step back. Think about the fact that, you are but one blip of time out of eons and eons of time existing, and you are important still. Without you in this blip of time, the time would not be the same. But, we feel so self-important in this lifestyle that we have, like, things happen to us. That's kind of how we see things happening to us, and we react to it. Think of you happening to something else. When I had that trip, I was in the Redwoods National Forest in California, and walking among some of the largest living things that have ever existed, I was happening to them. From that first trip, looking at things closely, combined with that second big trip of looking at things from, you know, a distance has given me a fantastic perspective, being able to look at both of those and kind of apply that to everyday things in my life. When you have an experience like that, it sticks with you for a long time. As far as mental health goes, there's so much in our daily life that bars us from thinking about our mental health. Taking a break and a reset button is not productive and conducive to a good work environment in a commercialist society. But it's so important for mental health, and psychedelics give you that. Being able to step back from things and not take life too seriously, that is extremely good for your mental health. Psychedelics are extremely powerful. They demand respect, and they demand education, and they demand awareness. But the tools that they give you can change your life. They've changed mine. They've changed yours, like, in the best way possible.